Welcome back, campers! Gemini Moon through the houses. Gemini Moon is a rationalizer of emotions. You might be quite highly strung, but moments with you are fleeting and you will intrinsically talk yourself down in stressful situations. You may not be able to set the minds of others to rest, but you can certainly process your own emotions. This is not to say that you aren't personable. In fair weather, you are the epitome of wit and charm, and can electrify a conversation with a wave of your magic wand. So let's take a tour of Gemini Moon through the houses. Gemini Moon in the first house. The dream is that you come across like a velveteen MC in a 1970s variety show. The nightmare is that you should be perceived to be frazzled and unknowledgeable on the matter at hand. All in all, how you come across to others, particularly when it comes to conversation, is deeply connected with your feeling of security. Nothing would make you feel more insecure than to be made to look the fool. Moon in Gemini in the second house. You remind me of Tuesday's child. You are full of grace. In a word, smooth. Your tongue is of silver and concealed behind a champion smile. You do well to use this Mercury-Venus nature to find materially rewarding circumstances and material stability, and your deeper sense of security are thus met. There is nothing so stressful to you as financial instability. Conversely, when you have it, you can glide through other difficulties like an Olympic figure skater. Moon in Gemini in the third house. You are a blogger, or the highly opinionated gin cocktail sipper at the end of the bar who manages seamlessly to incorporate your mesmerizing ideas into the conversations of everyone who crosses your path. My advice, tip that bartender and keep him sweet on you, and you might just find yourself in one after another wonderful adventure, leading to even more fascinating stories. In a word, you're a dandy. Gemini Moon in the fourth house. You learn to speak young, and your vocabulary has always been very impressive. You got all this from whomever fulfilled the role of primary parent to you. That person, or persons, speaks remarkably well in conversations around the dinner table, which defined your happiness and comfort and security. For you as an adult, bringing this into being in your own family is your biggest goal. You're also likely to be very interested in your ancestry. Moon in Gemini in fifth house. You could be a creative writing teacher. You would shine up in front of your students, bringing words to life before their eyes. If you don't already, I would recommend keeping a journal or a scrapbook to document the colorful world of your imagination. It is likely that a career in letters would really resonate with you, though I've listed two options. You yourself are likely to come up with a scad of wonderfully original uses for your passion for ideas and their transmission and interplay. Moon in Gemini in the sixth house, the psychoanalyst's moon. You love heart-to-hearts with tissue boxes and sighs, and you're good at them too. You love to help people talk about their feelings, and it is something that you have a particular knack for. Even if it is over wine with your best friend, when you can help someone talk through the emotional jungle of life, you are a fish to water. It's a gift. Gemini Moon in the seventh house. Through interpersonal relationships and negotiations is how you learn to put your emotions into words. In this way, one-on-one interactions are so important for your development of a strong sense of your own inner life. Sometimes hearing your own voice in such an interaction can set off a string of epiphanies. Thus, you are attracted to bright, incisive partners who can help you to take a closer look. Moon in Gemini in the eighth house. You have a detective's heart. Uncovering the seedy underbelly, sex lies, and memes, you love a good mystery. Even if you aren't an actual detective, you collect secrets, and you hold on to them, too. You do also love a bit of banter every now and again, a good debate, but these things you keep at arm's length, topics which are far away from your treasure trove of secrets, for you know the power of secrecy and how easily it is forfeit. Gemini Moon in the ninth house, the international correspondent. You love to travel, to study, to be introduced to new ideas, stories, legends, illusions, allusions, and friends from every corner of the earth. Imagine a suitcase covered in travel stickers, and to you each one holds the key to a new gateway in your mind. Ah, yes, this one, I remember it well. Let me tell you, because that night my life changed and would never be the same again. You would quite benefit from studying languages. Moon in Gemini in the 10th house. The moon of commerce. You love business and long to be wildly successful and earn status and esteem through your shrewd investments and timely decisions. Think Gordon Gekko with a heart, because it is your heart's greatest desire to reach this sort of attainment. Using your wits to outsmart opponents and gain admiration is your passion. You have excellent instincts in this respect, so if you've been holding yourself back from such ambition, you should go for it. You're likely to surprise yourself. Gemini Moon in the 11th house, ruling monarch of the Geek Squad. With your extraordinary flashes of insightful brilliance, your heart's desire to have a plethora of good best buddies to accompany you on lengthy mental journeys to set the world to rights tends to land you at the head of the theoretical physicists' table. You lose yourself among ideas, and it feels intoxicating. You're also particularly drawn to charities that campaign for freedom of speech and access to education. And finally, drumroll please, Moon in Gemini in the 12th house. You may not be a practicing witch, however you have read every mystery school text from the Hermetica to the Necronomicon. You are fascinated by the great beyond, and your bookshelf knows all about it too. You might find yourself spinning in a field with your eyes closed, in search of the great Sufi wisdom, or spying on a pagan ritual from a tree perch with a bag of popcorn and a camcorder. Of all of the mysteries in life, it is those of the unseen that beguile you the most. This has been Gemini Moon Through the Houses. Join me again later this week to learn what happens when the moon comes home to Cancer. Please subscribe to keep up to date with the series, designed to be a reference to help you decipher your own moon and placement of the moons of those around you. Now go out there and be curious.